Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Welcome into Mike Straw Live. TP, Molly, B Dizzle, Death Note. Hello, good evening. Saber Danger, hello. Double A, hello. Venom, hello. How's it going? It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful, beautiful night. A lot to talk about, kind of all over the place this week. Didn't know what I wanted to talk about. Didn't know what we should talk about. I know what a lot of people want to talk about. I do know that. But I don't know how much I can say because I haven't verified the rumor. So I don't know if I want to give you guys the rumor. But we are going to talk NHL 26. I've been playing it since Friday, on and off. My first thoughts. PlayStation State of Play rumors are picking up steam in a big way. We had the Nintendo Direct last week. Battlefield's Battle Royale having a release date. An idea that I have floating around in my head for a series I think I want to do, and I want your opinion on it. I don't break embargoes, Molly. I'm going to fight you. But we did see that happen yesterday. Dual Shockers, a writer for Dual Shockers, went on Reddit and outed themselves as a writer for Dual Shockers and said, "Hey, I can talk about the game, I just can't give spoilers." Wrong. Got a lot to talk about. But where do you guys want to start? While we figure that out, if you're new here, please leave a like, subscribe. We are live on YouTube. We are live on the Purple site as well, Twitch. We were doing the Talk of Tick, but with the news that came out today, that the United States and China have seemingly made an agreement for the selling for a new app. I'm not going to put any effort into TikTok right now because there's honestly no point. There's no point on doing it. So YouTube and Twitch will be going forward. Twitch on and off. We'll see how it goes, but because there were audience that they just prefer watching on Twitch, and we'll just see. We'll see how it goes, and if people are there, because I know I got 1,200 followers over there too, and I don't know what we're gonna do. The biggest problem with Twitch is that it's just the granted I don't run. I say ad revenue, and it's not like I make ad revenue on YouTube. I don't run ads during my live streams, which does lead to me losing some money. But I know for like Twitch will automatically run ads. YouTube I don't run them, but it varies. We're working on some bugs. Blue Sky, I can't go live on Blue Sky. I can't go live on Twitter because I refuse to pay for Popcorn Farts premium service. I refuse to do that. So that's kind of where we're at with this. 2K buying EA, never going to happen. Because EA Sports is under EA. Like, that, it's just never going to happen. EA is bigger than Take-Two. In general schemes. EA is a bigger company. Not stock-wise, but name-wise, it just won't happen because EA will never sell its sports properties over to 2K. Like, I know there's this whole never say never thing, But I'm comfortable in saying that will never, ever happen. I have to figure out why the Twitch stream is so poor right now. I know there's this whole never say never. It's very jumpy. And I don't know why. But at least I don't know. Maybe it isn't jump anymore. Let me know if you're on that side of things. Either way, welcome in. Leave a like. Leave a subscription. The bad rumor from the Discord. So I haven't verified anything. This isn't a report. This isn't like me saying it's guaranteed to happen. But I have started to hear rumblings that there will be no UFC 6 this year at all. The longer we went, the more likely that was the case. But those like it's picking up steam with those in the EA creator circle who I've spoken to. So that I mean that's the rumor I'm hearing, the scuttlebutt, if you will. So, they're saying that it will happen next year if it doesn't happen this year. Like, the game is not making it out of 2026 without a release. I had one creator that I talked to who's in the EA creator market say they'd put their spot on the creator program on the line. Granted, I don't know how you're going to do that with me, what that matters to me, but they said they'd put it on the line if it didn't come out next year. But it's looking more and more likely that it's not going to happen this year. Unless EA decides to announce something in the next 2 weeks. But they are not going to announce something like October 5th for an October like 26th, 3 weeks later or whatever, release date. I know those dates don't line up with anything. But, like, because the 5th I think is a Sunday, they're not gonna do things like that. So that's the rumor I'm chasing. I don't have enough to like write something up and go, here's what I know, here's what's going on, but it's picking up steam, the talks, at least internally, from creator groups within the EA. Can you see the cut on my head? Yeah, right here. The cut on my head right here. I hit the corner. I have a SUV in the back. I went and boom, caught the corner. And then the next day my wife looks, she's like, "You were bleeding." I'm like, "Oh, so I was." So yeah, that's where we're at with the UFC stuff. Fun story on shin bones. My left shin, I have no feeling because of nerve damage. So that wouldn't hurt me. That wouldn't hurt. Yeah, they pretty much. That's the thing. EA doesn't like me. They could be fooling me, but these are creators I'm talking to. Do they know as much? No. But yeah, it's just one of those weird things. The basketball team wasn't even together yet, Jarrett. The basketball team wasn't together yet, so it's not like the people that were going to work on that, they hadn't even started building that team. So it really didn't change much of anything as far as the plans go. I can say that. It didn't change much. So there's that. NHL 26 launched Standard Edition last Friday. Been playing it. Did some Be a Pro. Not enough to give my thoughts on Be a Pro. Franchise mode, it's the exact same. So if you played 25, you played 26. Gameplay feels no different. The EASHL, I hate meta builds, and that's all there is. Ultimate Team is Ultimate Team. Presentation is dull and the same. NHL 26, if I haven't sat down to write the review yet, but when I write it for Insider Gaming, like Madden, I said Madden had its issues, but it was the most fun. Like, I think I gave it a 3 out of 5, Madden, which is a 6 out of 10, because on the field it was fun, the most fun I've had in years, but there's still elsewhere a lot of work. NHL, I don't even know if I'm having fun with it. Like right now, if at Insider Gaming, we don't do half points. We do 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, I'm hovering again on that 2 to 3. Like, I gotta see if there's anything, like, when I get heavily into Be a Pro, if there's enough to make it a 3. But we'll see. Maybe I'll stream some of that. I don't know. What else do we got? Oh, Grand Theft Auto. So this is a lot that's been popping up. Jarrett TKO, I don't think it would give a damn. Because at the end of the day, they don't have a say. Because EA pay and 2K, they're two different companies. They're two different companies. They pay for the license, the rights. They don't have a, like, if they're going to release, they're competing companies. Like, it won't matter. It won't matter. I mean, we still see UFC and WWE events going on at the same time. It is what it is for them. Grand Theft Auto I keep seeing because something Tom said on Insider Gaming Weekly a couple weeks ago about he thinks that GTA will be delayed again. Like, this is nothing he's heard officially has been picking up steam, and a lot of people are taking it as like, hey, rumors have it. It's not really a rumor. People need to. It's somebody's opinion. If it's something Tom wants to report, he'll usually report it on SGO on Insider Gaming. He'll report it on there. If he's got more official, but that's just his opinion. Is it possible it gets delayed? Yeah. Is it? I'd say it's closer to 50% than it is to 0. Because that's just what they do. But until I'm still of the belief, because there are a lot of people when they announced like the 2025 release date, they're like, oh, it's guaranteed delayed to 2026. That they thought that decision was made so far in advance, right? It wasn't. It was a decision that was made at the very last minute because that's what Take-Two does, or Rockstar does. If they decide to delay out of May 26, 2026, you'll find out before the last possible earnings call ahead of the game's launch. So we'll either find out in November for the next earnings call or February, because after that it won't be till May. So you'll find out by November's or February's earnings call, maybe slightly after that, whether or not it's going to be delayed. But it won't be like tomorrow. That's the problem. They do. They do. It depends on the game. So like, you know, we'll use this as a transition to the PlayStation showcase. The report from Tom is that the next Wolverine trailer is ready. Whether it's at this upcoming PlayStation State of Play that's rumored to be happening next week, or at the Game Awards. We are set to get more of Wolverine, and they are targeting a 2026 release. I said it on that same episode of Insider Gaming Weekly. Wolverine's going to be the game where when they announce something, it's going to give you the window, and they won't announce a date until I think GTA knows exactly what they're doing. Though there is a part of me that they can come out and say, because there's no way GTA moves up earlier. If Wolverine is at a point where it's ready, they say May 1st. Let's look at the 2026 calendar, because I'll look at Fridays. Or Tuesdays and Fridays. So maybe they come out and they say Friday, May 1st, 2026, Wolverine launches. Or Tuesday, May 5th. So they get it a few weeks before GTA was even scheduled because no one expects GTA to be bumped up. But people are going to play because Marvel is so big and people have been so excited for this game. It's not like it's just a run-of-the-mill first-person shooter or whatever. It's a big IP that people are excited about, so it really doesn't matter. When it launches, people are going to play Wolverine. The thing is, TP, you're bringing on the UFC versus like Marvel 1943. That market is so different, it doesn't matter. UFC fans, MMA fans are going to buy UFC 6 regardless of what it releases around. That's not going to hurt it at all. What's going to hurt it is if the game is a carbon copy of UFC 5 and is bad. But they're going to buy it no matter what's around it. What else do we got here? Yeah, see, I'm not the type. I'll pick and choose. Like, I'm at the point where I'd buy maybe... Do I get some for review? Yes, of course. But the games that I have to buy, I pick maybe 1 or 2 a year now. And that's just is what it is. I'm still on the fence of if I will buy GTA 6 when it comes out. Like, honestly, I'm still on the fence of it. It all depends on what GTA Online is about. If they come out and say GTA Online 2.0, whatever they call, isn't launching alongside the game and it'll be a few months later or whatever, then I'll wait to get GTA 6. Because I'm personally, like, GTA 5, like, I know the story, but I've never finished and played the story myself. Once I got GTA Online, I just did that. That's all I cared about. I don't think Black Ops 7 Zombies would be at the PlayStation State of Play. That I don't think. Anything on NASCAR? So NASCAR has their gameplay trailer Thursday. Pre-orders open on Thursday. They confirmed the Gold Edition comes with DLC of paint schemes and stuff like that. No mention on new tracks. We don't know. I'm still trying to find out if, and I'm going to reach out again after the trailer releases on Thursday, if new tracks will be added via free updates or paid DLC. Like Portland, Mexico, that. We also should expect embargoes on what creators who were invited to play the game played. We should see maybe the lid come off on those. That's what I'm expecting. The lid to come off and you'll start to get that. No, Take-Two is just careful about polish. Because they know they're going to sell it anyway. Fuzzy. Marathon is alleged to the Sony thing. Will they be the first state of plagiarism? My God. I think they removed it. But if they didn't remove it, it's going to be found immediately. If they didn't remove it, it's going to be found immediately. If you don't know what Fuzzy's talking about, assets in Bungie's Marathon were found to be from an independent artist that they found online. What's going on with Battlefield? Battlefield. Today, reports came out that, I want to get the date right, the Battle Royale, free-to-play Battle Royale, is expected to launch on October 28th. Now, Battlefield 6 launches on October 10th. We knew the Battle Royale mode was going to be... after. My guess was that we'd see it in January. A few months. But apparently October 28th is when EA's targeting the Battle Royale mode with their circle of instant death, which I love. You know how every Battle Royale has their circle that you got to get in, but if you're outside, you can still live because it ticks away your health and you got time. Battlefield's, it's insta-death, which I love. That will be a game changer for me, and we'll see how it goes. Don't forget to pre-order NASCAR 25. Death Note, you can pre-order. I know a lot of people will pre-order. I don't believe in pre-ordering games. I do not believe in pre-ordering games. I don't care how much I love the studio, how much I respect the people making the game, which in the case of iRacing, I respect all of them. A lot of respect. I like them. They are great people. I do not personally believe in pre-ordering games. Because when you pre-order games, they get your money before you even get to touch it. I don't believe... Back in the days of physical games being king, you had to pre-order them. You had to pre-order the games to guarantee at like GameStop. Because if you go and you didn't pre-order, like, well, these are for the pre-orders. And then you'd walk across the street to Kmart or Best Buy and you just walk out with the game. But I don't believe in pre-order stuff. And with this, 3 days early access isn't enough to isn't enough to convince. Even a week early access, which pisses me off. A week early access or 10 days early access. Because at that point, it's not early access. You're charging an exorbitant amount, like $100, $120 for release date. And then everybody who buys the regular edition, EA, I'm looking at you. 2K, I'm looking at you. They get it late for spending the right amount of money. Do I believe in boycotting? Yes, but I don't believe it works. Because not enough people do it. No. There's no point anymore to pre-ordering. Because the pre-order benefits aren't even worth it. I used to... Pre-ordering digital is absolutely pointless. Because it doesn't matter. The only thing pre-ordering digital does is it allows you to pre-install the game sooner sometimes for certain games on consoles. But even that, not worth it to me. I don't play a game the minute it launches anyway. So chances are if I'm buying a game on launch day, I'm going to install it while I'm working and then it'll be ready when I go to play that night or whatever. That's what that is for me. Assassin's Creed 3, Molly, was the game that killed Assassin's Creed for me. Assassin's Creed 3 killed that game for me. I was so excited about it, and then the good part of the game was only the last, 20% of it. And it killed it for me. Never touched an Assassin's Creed game again. I have not touched an Assassin's Creed game since 3. Yeah, there is no double A on that note. Yeah, you can get them from Xfinity. Guys, if you're just tuning in, thank you. Leave a like on this video. We had a really good... I like to be transparent on these. I think last week's show did about 340 streams. Let's look at the numbers real quick. Last week's show... did, because why lie? 350, nope, that is a different video. 352 views last week's show did. Is this week's going to get up there? No. But no, I don't, no. For work, no. I don't pre-order games for anything. I do not pre-order games for a thing. When do we see Marvel Spider-Man 3, PS6 probably? Yeah. That's my guess, PS6. The EA NHL Saber Danger. Hello. Go Sabres. Man, they need to break the streak this year. I'm so tired of it. EA NHL has been in poor shape for at least the past decade. Yep. You're not gonna get an argument out of me. NHL 15 started the downfall. NHL 15 next gen. Well, next gen for PS4 or Xbox One. That bare bones garbage of a game. That was Madden 06 for 360 level bad. On-ice intros to 4 teams. They had the Sabres on-ice intro. I did see the Sabres. And the on-ice stuff, it's limited to be a pro. It's not for every game. It's random or for various events. Not in... The presentation is still the same graphics. They did the cool... I really dig the score bug they had. They did that last year, but every other bit of presentation is the same. The broadcast, I mute the commentary. James Cebulski, I like. Don't get me wrong. But after 4 or 5 years, it is just brutal. Brutal. I need more real play-by-play and not the screaming... The Chellers ruined NHL to me. There's 2 things that have ruined the NHL series to me. You ready for this? You ready for this? The 2 things that ruined the NHL series for me. The introduction of X Factors. I hate them in Madden. I hate them in NHL. They're stupid. They're pointless. All they do is create metas, especially in the world of CHL, EASHL. I don't like them. They ruin the flow of the game. and the chellers. The people who coined the word chell. This is very like boomer view, like old man millennial type of shit. But my God, the chellers, you know, the ones you see, like the stereotypical ones you see, the hockey bros, ruined that game. They ruined it. The same way I still believe, and I got flack for this on Twitter, competitive Madden players ruined Madden. I think the chellers ruined NHL. Ultimate Team, in my opinion, I was in that mode for a while. AA, I was really in that Ultimate Team ruined sports games. I don't want to say it ruined them anymore. I've kind of softened on that. But it did take away focus from other things. So now instead of what you get in a year on the other modes, takes 2 to 3 because they're not putting the effort into it. They're making the money, they're not putting the focus on it. Because they're going to put, the executives want to focus on what makes the money. But for me, it's the gameplay that's really changed. And Ultimate Team didn't do that to the gameplay, if that makes sense. What else could we see? Yeah, NASCAR, we're going to get a bunch. AC3 was the one that got you interested in the series. Yeah, I couldn't. It killed it for me. As a lover of the first two, it killed it for me. 2029. Phantom Blade Zero, I expect. Wolverine, I would hope to see. Marathon, we'll probably see. We'll see probably one more thing for Ghost of Tsushima because it launches right after. I wonder if we'll see more of of Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. I wonder if, yeah, those are the big ones. Those are the big ones. I do wonder because Nintendo just had their biggest non-console specific direct ever, lengthwise 60 minutes. I wonder how long this one would be. My guess is 40. Yeah, Ghost of Yotei, not Tsushima. Why am I was reading a story about a developer from Sucker Punch. Saros, I just don't know what I think about it. Saros, I have no idea. It's one of those games, I got fooled by Mind's Eye when I first saw it, and I don't want to do it again with Saros, so I need to see a lot more. Am I going to stream the PlayStation event? No, because I'll be covering it for Insider Gaming. We'll have full coverage when they announce it, and when it goes live, I do an everything announced during the show roundup, like live blog piece. So as things are announced and I get the trailers, I throw them all there. So you can go to one spot on insidergaming.com and get everything at once. Returnal I liked. I liked it a lot. Don't smash your laptop. Any thoughts on FC26? So, Saber Danger, it's funny you bring that up. Over at Insider Gaming, we recently launched a new site because we've become the Insider Gaming Group. footballgamingzone.com. And we have a great team there. There's 4 of us. I do things as I can when I'm not doing Insider Gaming stuff. This week, it's been a lot of embargoed stuff for Insider Gaming. But the Football Gaming Zone is full coverage. We will have everything FC26. I probably won't be playing it because I have so much on my plate. I just won't have the time. I had FC25 and I played it for about a week before I got taken away to other things. I just couldn't. I didn't have the time. Chances Call of Duty scales back skill-based matchmaking. So there is a chance. There's a rumor going around that they're looking at it. Treyarch and Activision are looking at how they can get away, not get away fully from skill-based matchmaking, but damn it, fuzzy. But get rid of disbanding lobbies. They're looking. Rumors have it that they're looking at keeping lobbies together, which is one of the things. Which is one of the things that I hope they do. But There's a lot to get me to want to play that game. Also, the fact that my account that I had for what? When did I? Ghosts? When I moved from Xbox to PlayStation again, Call of Duty Ghosts, my Activision account was hacked. I couldn't access it no matter what I did. Activision didn't help me. Then when I finally did get access to it again, it was banned, and Activision wouldn't unban it because of bad things that person was doing, like scams. But because it was my account, I can't get it unbanned. So I had to create a new account that if I want to play, I have to open up my PlayStation on a new account to try and do it. Stupid. Black Flag won't have a new narrative, but it'll definitely have improved gameplay to flow with how current Assassin's Creed plays. Borderlands I could never get into, Jarrett. I don't want to say I didn't like it, because I liked the idea of it and the lore. Gameplay-wise, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I saw someone ask about Dispatch. That was announced today. Pissed me off because I was on a media briefing, an invited media briefing, a lot of info. We were told when the embargo was, and then we wake up to see IGN went back and got special treatment like they always fucking do. And we're able to post information that we were all told, every other outlet, don't do it until date and time. So I talked to the PR and how they need to understand how this hurts smaller outlets. When an outlet with already the advantages it does compared to everybody else, and then the small independent outlets lose out because of this when they were all on the same call. They were on the same call as us, told the same information, and they went back and quid pro quo. It bothered me. The game I can't wait for. The trailer that was released today, the trailer from the Game Award, like everything about that, it looks so freaking cool. Randy Pitchford can piss off. 7 out of 10. We don't need a GTA 4 remake. We don't need, no, stop it. The Max Payne one is coming. Max Payne one's coming. Remedy's moving forward on that one. What else do we got? But yeah, I got embargoes so Thursday, if you're a fan of indie games, Thursday is the 6-1 Indie Fall 2025 showcase at noon. It starts, I think, the pre-show at 11:45. 47 games in 70 minutes, 72 minutes. I watched it. I can't talk about what I saw, but I watched it. I was able to say this on social media because I love the guys, Kyle, Mike, Kelsey, everybody at 6-1 Indie. And it is the best one of the 7 I've seen. The best one. Especially for the games that I'm interested in. There's 2 games in particular that I'll talk about after the embargo lifts that I can't wait to play. Nope. I'm not surprised it's coming out at all. We talked about that. We talked about why they chose the date, and that'll be at Insider Gaming. I'll share it when I can. No AA, and I don't think they want to. They don't need to. Will the upcoming Undisputed Championship? Yes, because I believe it's going to include all DLC and whatnot, so I'd fully expect it to cost a bit more. Guys, if you're tuning in, please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, however you can to support. I do not run ads on the YouTube stream. I do not run ads on the YouTube stream solely because I know the experience and what I'm trying to do with this, with the show. I might, they cut in because I can't manually drop an ad. At least I don't think I can just manually drop an ad. Oh, maybe I can. I have to enable monetization to insert ads. I don't mean to insert. If it's an ad, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. But apparently I can insert ads. Oops. But we're going to do commercial breaks with the show. I'm still working on that. No, different companies. Different companies, TP. 6-1 Indie does a no barriers, no cost to entry showcase in the fall and the spring each year. They do 2 a year. And they're from very small studios usually. Black Flag remake, I mean, it wasn't really leaked. We've known about it for a long time. Insider Gaming, we had in for years now. NASCAR 25, Patrick, what about it? What about it? Excited for it? You damn right I am. Will they ever get Mike Tyson in Undisputed? I can tell you they've been trying. I can tell you they have agreements with boxers. I don't know if Mike Tyson's one of them. I can tell you they have agreements with boxers that they haven't announced yet. I can tell you they got a lot of stuff in the works for that game. A lot. Because it's not doing a lot of numbers on PC, but it's doing gangbusters on console, especially PlayStation. The Shadows is DLC story expansion. It's not just a patch. Not just a patch. I mean, yeah, every boxer's licensed individually. That's the big thing. Every boxer is licensed individually. I'm out of water, and I'm really pissed off about it. You guys want to listen to the song again while I go get water? Splinter Cell got a trailer, but still no news on a game. The Splinter Cell... Kappas. So Ubisoft Toronto is handling the Splinter Cell remake. When I say it's coming along great, it's coming along great. Like, I think people are going to be blown away with how good the Splinter Cell remake is. Am I a taxpayer? Yes. Been paying them for years. Who wants a new song from the game? Let's see. Here, why don't I get water and you guys can watch? Let's see, Billy. Let's see if they got anything new out. You can watch a video of the song if you want. They have a lot of stuff that's for members only, but... Do you guys want to watch the Had Enough of You while I go get some water? I'm going to go get some water. You know, let's get this ready. Let's get this video ready for y'all. And you guys, I was going to put this screen up, but I'll put this up for you guys. And I'm going to go get some water.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, yes. If it's a play you want, it's a play you shall get. But with one tiny condition.
Yes, anything!
I'll just be removing every ounce of free will from your tiny goat brain just to make sure this slip-up never happens again.
Huh? But...
Now, as much as I'd like it to, it won't hurt.
What are you talking about?
I'll have a friend forever, sans the annoying parts, and you won't ever have to endure the strain of producing another thought for the rest of your miserable life. We both win!
In Tokyo, that's not what I want! You have to believe me!
Shh, hush now. The show's about to begin! You've been nothing but a thorn in my side since day one. But I am from Tokyo, the great, and I'll not my little friend, cause Sharpspear's looking mean. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet. On a string, I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet. Play
The game looks fantastic. It has been in development for years, like 7 years, 8 years. Very small team making it. It's coming along. I'm working on trying to get an interview with them. I want to get an interview with them for the developer spotlight. Because, man, I'm so excited for this game. This song this should be the opening song for NASCAR 25. Every time you load the game, this is what it is. Yeah, Fuzzy. Definitely going to admit to tax fraud live on air. It looks fantastic. It's an incredible looking game. So this past summer, earlier this summer, they had a demo. They'll do Steam demos or demos on their website every now and then, a couple times a year if you want to give it a shot. Clyde, hello. It's Billy Bustup. After this, I will see if I can find if they have a demo to play. Why is it so hard to make a Superman game? You know, I've wondered that. You know, I have wondered that ad nauseum why they can't do a Superman game. And I don't know. It's been frustrating because I feel like they could do it really well, but you run into that worry where if a Superman game has always been, how do you not make him so powerful? And that's like, I think it's tough. It's so tough to try and figure it out. So they don't have anything on Steam right now, but they'll put demos every now and then. A couple times a year. The last one was in June, around Summer Games Fest. But they do have a Patreon. The $5 a month gets you access to pre-alpha builds of the game. No, it has nothing to do with IP issues. They can get it. Warner Brothers would license it. It's finding the right devs to handle it. TP determined to stay at number 1. It seems that way. It seems that way. You have release date, Pablo. I opened the show with it. I'll touch it again because we're about an hour in almost. But there's a lot of scuttlebutt and a lot of talk that it's not coming this year. I haven't been able to verify it, but that's the talk. Michael Hauser doing an interview soon. Is that what you said? Where did I see that? Oh, Dan. Why did I think Mike Hauser? Dan Hauser. When's he doing an interview and with who? Because it's got to be on his new game from Absurd. Absurd Ventures, the studio that he started. What else do we have? What else do we have? We're doing There was something else I teased. There's a project that I'm working on, or that I've had the idea to work on. I've been writing it down in my handy dandy notebook. You know, we'll draw. Hold on. We'll do first. You know, we'll just do it here. First, we'll do a circle. Then we'll do another circle. Do another circle. Another circle. And there you have a big-eared, ugly son of a bitch. September 27th for with Dan Hauser, or what's September 27th? Oh, he'll be appearing on the panel. Yeah. Will I watch it? I doubt it. I'll see what he says, but I'm also not. I just don't care what IGN does. No, it's not likely going to be October, Pablo. Everything I've heard, the scuttlebutt, it's picking up that it's not likely going to be this year. Which is disappointing, because as I reported, and I stand by that report, marketing has been ready to go. They have the first trailer ready to go. They might change it and update it, but they had things ready to go and push out with the green light. Like, they had things. So, we just don't know. We just don't know. There was something else. Oh, the project. So I've always been into, I don't know if you guys remember this show. Let me load it up real quick. We'll just load up an episode of it.
For Sega.
The dream was born.
And they really wanted to get back into the race, so they put out the Dreamcast.
It survived an executive shakeup.
So we had a parting of the ways, and I left the company.
And saved a company.
Retailers started calling us in week 2 and 3 saying, we're out of stock. We're out of stock. We have to have more hardware. People are banging down our doors.
But the dream was short-lived.
And then it just stopped. I mean, it was just silent. Dreamcasts sat on store shelves.
Show, as you can see here on the screen. It was called Icons. It was a show from the early 2000s for G4 Tech TV, and it was through the history of games. I was obsessed with this show. It got me into my love of game history, video game journal, like just that. It got me into it. And I've had in my thoughts of, I want to kind of bring this back in a way. I want to kind of bring it back, but in a different sense. I want to bring something like a series looking at the history of the games and how we got here. There was a thing on Netflix, the games that made us, the toys that made, that type of stuff. But it's a series centered around how things started. How did the Madden series get started? I know we had that Madden Amazon series, that 4-parter that I was in for like a minute. My voice, you can hear me. Drop my pencil. But I'm debating on doing something called like how it started, how it began, and we look at game franchises, whether they exist anymore or don't exist anymore. And I want your thoughts on something like that. Is that a series? It would be a long-form documentary-like series, like maybe one episode a month type of thing, or one every 2 months. But I want to where I try my best to get interviews with the people who were there and the people like who worked on the game in some way, shape, or form, whether they were producers, QA, higher up executive producers, lead artists, whatever, and the story of how the games were made or how a franchise started. That's what there's that in my mind. I have this constant feeling of failure. And I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm nervous about the failure of it, to be perfectly honest with you all. Undisputed 2 in development. There likely will be an Undisputed 2, but I don't, if it's in development, it's in early stages, because there's still things that they are planning for the first game. Like, we have AA, the Developer Spotlight series at Insider Gaming, but I want to do something different on my own, where I have full control over the production, the topics. Like, I kind of do that with Fightful Presents. I'm actually working on my next one, which is Saturday night, which is Slam Masters, the Capcom fighting game. I'm working on that, but I want to do something different. He's never going to talk to me. He's never going to talk. Do I think Texas A&M Corpus Christi College team? No. We need the Death Note. We'll get to the NFL in a minute. Morgan Webb with that. Dude, X-Play, I loved. I know Adam Sessler kind of went off the deep end and then disappeared over the past few years, but man, Sessler and Webb were fantastic. G4 was like Attack of the Show was nightly watching for me. There was Electric Playground. There was Arena. Man. Pablo, there is no release date. Like, you got to stop asking, brother. We're going to see something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with OD. Yeah, I think I'm going to put... My biggest thing is, like, doing these projects solo is the tough part. Creating the graphics, doing the transitions, doing the voiceovers, doing the animations, doing any camera work, because I want it to be professional, but I don't have the money to travel, bring a whole camera setup, and do the talking heads like what I was showing you with that, with the icons. But I want to bring that back in a way. I want to bring that back. I just don't know how. I also want to do a sports gaming showcase, because sports games keep getting left out in the cold at every showcase every year, and I'm kind of sick and tired of it. Speaking of sports, we're an hour into the show. We're going longer than an hour for that ad revenue I'm not getting on the YouTube. I want to know why. I just don't think Twitch is it for me. Twitch is kind of, granted, have I been back? Like, no, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe sticking with the one place. It seems to be really jumpy on Twitch. So we're going to end the Twitch stream because it's not working right. We're going to kill that and focus just on YouTube. Do it 60-minute style. That would be cool. But again, it's still tough. It's still tough. I think we'll have a deeper conversation about this on another stream, about like an outline, maybe like just planning this out, or in the Discord. Maybe I think we might do it in the Discord. Kind of plot this out. This is what being a founder of the Discord will help. You'll be helping to guide me to do it. So, now it's time for the fun part of the show that Death Note's been waiting for. NFL. No, I'm good with it. With the longer streams, I have no problem with it. It's just, I don't think I'm going to do the Twitch thing. So it's like, the idea of getting subscribers and revenue on Twitch is nice. I have some money there, but I'm $4 from the threshold to be paid out on Twitch. But, and I don't run ads. Like, I know this isn't what you guys are here for. I don't run ads during the live streams because I'm trying to work on things, but I need more. I'm talking to a couple potential sponsors, but to pay me, not a, hey, we'll pay you if people sign up, just to pay me like an ad space. I need to get more views on these streams, these shows, live views. Like, you guys are fantastic. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I need more than 25, 30 people watching a show. You know what I mean? I need to have 100 concurrent views on these shows, which we'll get there. That's why I'm trying to like guarantee Tuesday nights, 8:30, we're here. Share the show, get it out there. It's just when sharing it on Twitter, 13,000 Twitter followers, and my posts where I'm sharing these are getting like 200 views on Twitter because they don't like links, no matter what you do. Popcorn Farts crap site. So it's tough. It's tough. But NFL time, as we start to wind down, we go to this every time. This is how we end most shows, or start to wrap. The NFL Week 2 has ended. At Forbes, you can find my Week 2 winners and losers. Forbes.com/sites/Mike Straw. You can find it. I will put it in the chat for everybody. You can find my latest winners and losers at Forbes.com/sites/Mike Straw, as I said. Week 2, I went 14-2 in my picks. The Bengals the Jags not being able to beat a backup quarterback stopped me from going 15-1. And admittedly, taking the Panthers was a really dumb decision. Bryce Young MVP. I saw you. I saw you. Double A. Bryce Young MVP. The Discord link. Yes. It is in the, if you're on YouTube, it's in the description. I always have it in the description. But this should never expire. Yeah, it should be in the description, but this should never expire. The Discord link in the chat. No stat. That's an old pick. That is from 2020, pre-COVID 2020. That headshot on the Forbes pick was taken February of 2020. I had been laid off from a job in November of 2019, the day after Thanksgiving. And I was at a job fair and they were doing free headshots. Looks like I got, snake bite up here. So, 14-2 in picks for this week, or last week. 14-2. I am 25-7 on the season. And now we're into week 3. We got a lot of games coming. So let's take a look at week 3. I don't have the background music this time because they like to demonetize and take away for having background music now. But these picks will always be posted. It'll be posted tomorrow on social media. On my power rankings went up today as well. You can find that on Twitter and Blue Sky at Mike Straw Media on both. Picks. Bills, Dolphins kick things off. We don't want that. We want to zoom in. Bills, Dolphins kick things off on Thursday. The Dolphins are a train wreck. Josh Allen owns Miami. They've beaten the Dolphins 13 of the last 14 meetings. It's tough for me to think it doesn't happen again, though I do think Miami is like a caged animal with a last minute they're desperate at this point. They're desperate. So it could lead to a Dolphins upset, but my mind still says Bills, and it might be Mike McDaniel's last game. Panthers, Falcons. The Panthers, I believed in them against Arizona. Don't believe in them anymore. Atlanta with a nice win. That defense looks real. Atlanta takes that. Green Bay and Cleveland. Green Bay became the number 1 team in my power rankings after they mollywopped the Lions and then did it again to the Commanders. They're going to do it to the Browns again. Browns had the best defense out of the 3 they faced. Packers still win. Texans, Jags. Texans need a win. Desperate for a win. They had a game won yesterday, and they gave up a touchdown with 9 seconds left to Tampa Bay. Won me a bet. I took Tampa Bay money line at plus like 110. So, yay. Go me. But I think Jacksonville at home pulls it off. I think Jacksonville gets the job done after losing to the Bengals backup quarterback Jake Browning last week. I think they figure it out. Bengals, Vikings, battle of backup quarterbacks. Carson Wentz for Minnesota, Jake Browning for Cincinnati. I trust Minnesota's defense more than the Bengals' defense. I'm going to go Minnesota at home. Patriots, Steelers. Not much I can say other than Pittsburgh learned special teams. Patriots are going to take that one. Eagles, Rams. This is going to be a good game. Might be my favorite game of the 1 o'clock game of the day. Really. Might be my favorite game of the day. Eagles, Rams. I'm going to take the Eagles because that tush push is unfair. But I'm going to take the Eagles. Jets, Bucks. Jets suck. Tampa Bay is fine. As long as Baker Mayfield's healthy and not too banged up, Bucks win. Emeka Ibuka. Man, he's a stud. Man, he's a stud. I can't believe in Bryce Young anymore. Double A. I tried. I can't do it. Colts, Titans. I have put him in my winners section of the winners and losers each of the 2 weeks, and until he proves me otherwise, I'm going to keep on going with him. Daniel Jones might actually be a good quarterback. Colts, Jonathan Taylor, that run game is still dominant. Shane Steichen's system is working right now. The Titans, they have a long way to go. Cam Ward shows a lot of promise, but they're not going to get his first win this weekend. Colts take it in that, go to 3-0. Raiders, Commanders. If Jaden Daniels doesn't play, Raiders walk all over. I still am going to take the Raiders. An injured Jaden Daniels, I'm more inclined to take Washington, but right now, Raiders. We'll see if I change my mind when Daniels plays. Broncos, Chargers. Chargers look great. Bo Nix looks up and down. Chargers are going to take that. Saints, Seahawks. Saints are valiant. They put up fights. Seahawks are better. Seattle takes that. Bears, Cowboys. Caleb Williams stinks. Caleb Williams absolutely stinks. Here, look at me straight into the camera. I'll even do a different camera. We'll do this camera. It's not as, different angle. Zoomed out. No, this one's zoomed in. Caleb Williams stinks. Really bad. He's bad. I thought he was bad coming out of college. I remember writing an article, and I got a lot of flack for it, for TWSN, where I thought he was going to be a bust. And the reason I said he was going to be a bust in the NFL, he wasn't going to live up to that number one spot or anything, is look back at his college performances. He had great games against really, really bad teams. He struggled against good teams. And even in his best games against good teams, they still weren't great games. In the NFL, there are no really, really bad teams. They're still NFL players. Caleb Williams might get lucky a couple games, and when the game script is on those opening drives, he looks like an all-star, an all-pro. You take that away, and he looks pedestrian. He looks worse than Ryan Fitzpatrick ever did. Not going to say he's Jamarcus Russell, but he's pretty damn close in my book. Cowboys, lucky to have beaten the Giants, but they're better than the Bears. Cowboys take it. Cardinals, 49ers, no Brock Purdy likely still, no George Kittle. 49ers got away with beating a Saints team. Mac Jones, I don't think, is going to be able to do it again. Cardinals move to 3-0. Chiefs, Giants. This game is interesting. Russell Wilson just threw for 450 yards against the Cowboys. Man, if only Dallas had a pass rush. The Chiefs are 0-2 after losing to the Chargers and the Eagles. The Chiefs next week have a date with the Ravens. When you talk about desperate, the Chiefs are entering desperate territory. I still think they get the win, but it wouldn't surprise me if things start to go a bit south and the Giants pull off the massive upset, sending the Chiefs to 0-3. Also, that free 4 shirt that a lot of Chiefs players were wearing, the Rasheed Rice shirt, tone deaf as all hell. This dude got no jail time for a hit and run, causing an accident, bodily harm, and he got slapped with a 6-game suspension. Shut up. Shut up. Monday Night Football. God, this game is going to be great. Game of the week is on a Monday night. Lions, Ravens. One of these teams is going to be 1-2. And the Ravens can't afford to go 1-2 right now. in that race for the number 1 seed. They can't. The Lions, like the Ravens likely still will be fine in the division. But the Lions, they have to deal with Green Bay. They need this win. I don't know how to pick this game. It's a toss-up to me. I'm going to go with Baltimore because they're the home team. I'm going to go with the Ravens because they're the home team. But I might change this by Monday night. We'll see. But oh man, this one's the toughest. We're in this thing where I don't think I'm going 11-5 and 14-2 anymore. I think this is the week where I come down to earth and I maybe win 7 of the picks. This will be where it comes down. But these games are very hard to pick. Very, very hard to pick. But I'll have them all documented. If I change things, I'll throw them in the graphic. And once it's online in the graphic, then it's official. But on that note, guys, as we wind down, next week, Double A, thank you for joining the server. Next week, I think we'll have a more streamlined show where I have this back in a way. I think we have the rundown back in a different way next week. We might do it where we have me, and then up top here is where we have the rundown of topics, or over here on this side. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I might, when I'm working on the graphics, I'll probably throw them in the Discord for input. But we're going to have new colors. The logo's staying the same because I dig this logo that was made. By Tim Jarrell of Pro Wrestling Unlimited. He made that for me. Great guy. Go follow him on Twitter. Timmy Buddy on Twitter. And PW Unlimited on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Do a rundown on the side. I don't know if I'm going to do purple. Purple's our Insider Gaming color, and I want to be different. I might do this shade of blue. I might do that. Like this shade of blue. But we'll see. We'll see. Insider Gaming, this is nothing. The big thing is it's not associated with Insider Gaming. This is me on my own. So I don't want to take Insider Gaming purple. Purple, funny enough, is my favorite color. But I want to be original. But yeah, the rundown, I do like it on the side here because I can fit more than across the top. But we'll see. I'm going to do some graphics and we'll poke it in the Discord. So make sure you're in that Discord. Until next time, everybody. Thank you so much, as always. Leave a like, subscribe. I appreciate everything you guys do to share this. I appreciate everything you do to join the chats and make them fun. You guys are giving me motivation to keep going with this weekly show. Until next time, I love you all. Be kind to one another.